Another Premier League weekend, another game where I would say we're getting closer. We're getting closer because we've got 8 games left to be crowned the champions of England. But before then, I'll just say, let's take it one step at a time. One game at a time. Because it's just another game where I don't expect any glamorous football. I don't expect any scintillating style. But nothing less than the 3 points is more important than anything else for me in this particular game. Yes, welcome back to the channel, and I'll be talking about Arsenal against Everton that will be taking place on Saturday. Another 3 points game, another game where everyone expects Arsenal to win, another game where I expect Arsenal to win. Guy, are the boys ready to win? That's the question that's going to be answered on Saturday. Is Arsenal ready to win the Premier League? This is another game where we need to tick it off and say we've got another 3 points. We're getting closer to become the Premier League champions. Yes, that performance on Thursday wasn't too great as people may say, but at the end of the day, we got the job done, even if it was not pleasing to the eye. We played 1-1 against Leverkusen. Now we're bringing it back to the Emirates on Tuesday. But before then, we need to win against Everton, which is very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. And it's going to be another stressful game because on paper, playing against Everton looks easy on paper. But in the Premier League, no game is actually easy. There is no easy game in the Premier League. No easy game in the Premier League. Even Mikel Arteta has actually come out to say it because so many people are actually saying something about, yeah, Arsenal are playing boring football. I saw Mikel be saying rubbish on TalkSport where he was actually saying that Arsenal are cheating to the Premier League. Coming from somebody who used to be that guy that Jose Mourinho will bring into the game when they're actually trying to kill the game off. Remember Mikel Obi? When he takes the ball to the touchline, no one takes the ball away from him. That was what Mikel Obi was all about when he was at Chelsea. He didn't really play many games when they were actually going for the league. The main way Jose Mourinho used to use him then was when Chelsea are actually winning, he'll bring in the likes of Mikel Obi to kill the time off, to kill the game off. I remember those days. Now he's coming out to talk like a saint. Chelsea then. I remember when Chelsea used to call boring. People used to complain Chelsea are killing football with the way they play. They only get reason. I was being told that you need to just shut up. It's not about sexy football because then Arsenal were tagged as a team that used to play sexy football then. But now that we're actually doing what the people used to complain about, now they're angry because it's Arsenal. We don't care about your opinion, my guy. We don't care about your opinion. All we care about as Arsenal fans now is to win games and win the league. Next season, people are not... The problem I have with people is that they are not talking about how good your positions are now. How good or how difficult the Premier League is at the moment. Why all of a sudden Pep Guardiola has not won the league has not been competing for the league like he used to for the past 2 seasons. Even if people say he's actually competing now, this is not really competition. When Pep Guardiola came into the league, he was actually like he was beating teams anyhow because he has not been found out. But now they found him out. He can't come out from that place. He's been found out now, and he's been boxed into a corner whereby he cannot come out from. And he's getting frustrated every day. Look at his performance against Real Madrid during the week. Look at his performance against Real Madrid over the week. If that was Arsenal, Jesus. You know the funny thing, much has not been said about that though. Arsenal and Newcastle were the only Premier League teams not to have lost a game in the Champions League this midweek. Chelsea lost 5-2. Real Madrid lost 3-0. Liverpool lost 1-0 to Galatasaray. And the only team that is being talked about is Arsenal. The only team that is being talked about everywhere is Arsenal. Now people are talking about the penalty. Who cares? You guys will not go cry. See, you guys will cry. Will not go cry. I never see anything. Will not go cry. This season, we'll win that league like mad. We go shock when I see, But he go tell you now, Mona, no worry. This season, Arsenal is going to win the league. Whether I like him or not, we're going to win that league. And I know now, now more than ever, any style of play with they play, I don't even care. If you like, don't like it. We don't care if you like it. The problem is, opposition fans and the opposition and the media, they think that we are actually angry, that they don't like the way we play, despite the fact that we're winning. I don't care about how you guys feel about the way we play. As far as we are winning games, all your opinion doesn't matter. It does not matter one bit. All I care about is Arsenal, how they go about their business. This weekend, we need to go and beat Everton. I know it's not going to be an easy one. And there's an advantage there because Man City, after their loss against Real Madrid, they might be all their focus now will be on now they have conflicted, they'll be having conflicted mindset now. Should they go gun hole against Everton, West Ham, sorry, or should they rest most of their players for Real Madrid? Now, that's the problem they are in now. They're caught in two minds. Now, they either forfeit Arsenal, they either forfeit the league by resting most of their big players for Real Madrid to do their remontada if they want to do it, or they go all out against West Ham, which are not even guaranteed to win because the Premier League now, no game is guaranteed. Anything can happen. I won't be surprised if Man City goes on and drop points against West Ham. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. I would not be surprised one bit. So that is it. Now, let me focus on Arsenal. What I expect in that game, I expect our attack to be firing in this game because we are going to be at the Emirates. You have the fans behind you. You have everything at your disposal. I expect the attack to fire this time around. I expect Gyökeres to be in for. I expect Gyökeres to shine in this game. I don't know if Trossard will be back for this game, but I expect anyone that starts, either Trossard or Martinelli, I expect them to shine. I expect Saka to get back to his best. I expect a good performance from Bukayo Saka. I know so many people are actually criticizing Bukayo Saka at the moment, but don't forget that guy has just come back from a serious hamstring injury. It doesn't come easy. Even Michael Owen said it when he had that injury. That was the beginning of his downfall because it actually takes a yard of pace off you as a player. So it's not easy for a footballer who actually relies on his speed. Who actually relies on his speed to dribble, to go past defenders, to have that kind of injury and expect him to come back the same way is difficult. Not every player like Jurgen Timber that goes and that will have an ACL and come back the same way or even better. So I'll just say Arsenal fans should just be a little bit patient with Bukayo Saka. I feel he's going to come good, but he just needs time. He needs to grow into it. I know this season he has been going on and off with injuries. You could see Bukayo Saka that you hardly see go down with injuries has been going down with series of injuries this season. That tells you a lot. And now, anytime he's with the ball, you expect him to have doubts. You expect him to doubt himself sometimes. You expect him to okay, if he wants to go on a run, he would doubt himself. Should I go? Should I sprint? Or should I just keep it simple? That's what's happening with him at the moment. Thank God we have Noni Madueke on the bench who can come in and light the place up. Although his finishing is not so great, but in terms of his desire to go on and beat defenders and 1v1 and all that. That's one thing I like about Noni Madueke. He's so direct. The directness of Noni Madueke is so good. It's so good. And yes, with that, I expect us to play better against Everton. I expect us to dominate the game as usual. What we expect from Everton will come normally. They will come and sit back. That's what you expect from Everton. Everton will come in and they will sit back. That's the normal thing. They'll sit back and want to catch us on the break. But if they decide to come and play against Arsenal, they know what's to come. If they decide to come and play against Arsenal at the Emirates, they know what's to come. But although over the past few games, I've seen teams that have tried to put it on us and they've been able to have joy against us. Our defense has not been solid 100% over the past few games. You won't blame the defenders because they've actually done their work to get us to this position. Now we need our attack to actually bail us out now. The defend if I'm a defender right now, I'll be looking at, okay, we've actually tried so hard to keep so many clean sheets in the first part of the season. We actually tried to bail us out, even scoring goals as well. The defenders have been scoring goals, but now we need the attack to start firing. We need Eze to come on. I hope Martin Odegaard's come back again fit. I hope Another thing again, I would like Mikel Arteta to try is if he can try a 4-4-2 formation, which has actually worked. The day we played against Leeds, he tried a 4-4-2 formation where he used Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres in the same game. But now I know he doesn't want to compromise taking off Eze or taking Eze out of the team. But although defensively Eze has been very good, but in terms of that going forward, there's something that Havertz brings that is different. Now, my suggestion is if the game is getting a bit difficult or tense, why not take off Eberechi Eze and bring on Kai Havertz and play the game with two strikers instead of taking off Victor Gyökeres when you're looking for a goal and bringing up Kai Havertz as striker. Now you're limited. You're still going back to default setting. That's the only thing I see from Arteta. I expect him to decide, okay, should I go with a two-man strike force? Should I change the formation to 4-4-2 to give me an option, another additional body in the box? Because of Kai Havertz is very good at that as well, because he's playing behind the striker. You see the best of him as well. We've seen it this season. He has been very good. So that's why I think maybe Mikel Arteta should just adopt that system. But because we have Bayer Leverkusen during the week, I expect us to just get the job done early so that he can take off his big players like the likes of Zubimendi and bringing in Norgard, or like the like of Declan Rice coming off, and maybe the likes of Gyökeres, or leave Gyökeres on, or bring in. And yeah, that's what I feel. So, but I expect Arsenal to win this game, but you don't know what to come in the Premier League. Mikel Arteta said it very well in his press conference, where he said that people complaining about him and relying on set piece alone. Now, if you can agree with the Premier League to ask all the teams not to defend man to man, then it's gonna be fair. That is it. He just said it very well. He said it very well. Yeah, so that's my match preview for the game between Arsenal and Everton. That's what I expect from that game. That is what I expect to see from Arsenal. I expect Arsenal to win, but in the Premier League, you never know, anything can happen. This game against Everton is an opportunity for us to go 10 points clear of Manchester City, even with Man City having a game in hand, because Man City will be playing against West Ham, and you never know, anything can happen. West Ham are actually fighting for their life in the Premier League, so anything can happen in that game. You can expect anything to happen in that game, because one of the relegation fighting and threatening team in Nottingham Forest has actually been able to get a point off Manchester City. Who says West Ham cannot do the same or even better? You never can tell. But the only thing I would say, the day I watched West Ham play against Chelsea, where they were 2-0 up, I was disappointed with how they finished the game. I expected them to win that game, but you never can tell. So yes, that's my match preview for the game between Arsenal and Everton. And with that, I'll be giving you my predicted match 11. I feel like the same team that started against Bayer Leverkusen should be the one starting this game, to be honest. Except if Trossard is fit. I don't know. I feel like even if Trossard is fit, I don't expect him to start that game. I think Mikel Arteta might not want to start him if he's just coming back from an injury. Maybe he wants to go with Gabriel Martinelli, and I expect Martinelli to start shining, because this is the period he needs to shine. Yeah, so with that, I'll be giving my predicted 11. In goal, I will go with David Raya. My centre-back pairing will be William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. And my right-back will be Jurgen Timber. Left-back will be Piero Hincapié. My midfield pair, as usual, Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi. The front three will be the same as the people that started against Bayer Leverkusen. Gabriel Martinelli, Victor Gyökeres, and Bukayo Saka. That's my predicted match 11 for Arsenal against Everton on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff UK time. And can't wait for that game to come on, and I can't wait for us to get the 3 points. Just get the 3 points. Add pressure to Manchester City before they play against West Ham. When they hear our results, they panic again, and they tend to look at what are our options at the moment. Arsenal won't stop winning, and Real Madrid have just dismantled us in the Champions League. We're 3-0 down. Should we prioritize the Real Madrid game, or should we go ahead and see if we can still catch Arsenal? Let's watch and see. Only time will tell tomorrow. And that is it. If you agree or disagree with my match reaction or what I've said in the video, don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you after the game. Come on, you Gunners.